So hello everyone, this is Vignesh. Today we'll be seeing my assignment submission for the job role, full stack developer, and this will be my job seeker portal. So as you can see, this is my GitHub repo where I have uploaded my project, and here you can see my backend deployment. I have deployed my backend over Render. So here you can see, as well as this is my front end deployed on the Vercel. So let's visit it. So I have added the functionality of dark mode and white mode as we all need these kind of modes nowadays. So I have added that also. So you can choose on whatever mode you need. You can change on that. And here we have multiple views for the job applications. Here you can see them in the card format, and then you can see also them in the tabular format. And you can also edit them as well as delete them in right here like this. If I want to delete something, I can just delete the post. It will be deleted. So it works like that. I have added this API kind of what we can say indicator because when we use render now, after some time it shuts down our server, and when we hit it after like 4 or 5 hours, what it does is it takes 1 or 2 minutes to restart again. So that's why I added this API indicator so the user can know is the API still alive or not. And if it's not alive, you just need to wait a 1 minute and then it will be automatically started. So here we can add, if you click here, you can add a new job, or what you can say like Google in STE one intern. We can say I am getting an offer from Google, and here we can say GPS colon double/com, and here's how we can save this job. So I have just saved my job. As we can see, I have applied for 2 jobs today. The one at Meta, as well as one at Google. So I can see both of the jobs here. And if I want, I can just delete it right here. And you can also sort them by the different statuses like applied. And if you want to see where you are going to interview, if you want to see what kind of offers you have, and you can also see where you are being rejected. So all this have been added already, and this was our pretty much our application. In the future, what we can do is we can add some authentication also to make it personalized for everyone, as well as we can add a calendar feature also, so users can try like see where they're going and what different calendar events also, as well as we can add email notifications, email or WhatsApp notifications for each date. Suppose I have to be on there some, or like I have to be on the interview on a specific date or specific time. I can add that functionality also. So it will give me a reminder on that specific time. So this is basically my front end UI, and let's get back to our code. So this is my code. Let's clear it. We don't need this. Okay. So let's get started. So we'll first start with my let's say backend. So it will be a bit easy for us. Okay. So first file in the backend is our like server.js. So this file is basically where we create our all the server like files as well as server configuration. Here you can see like I have imported all the Express and different env cores and all the packages which I need. I have also connected my database server with it here also, as well as you can see I have my uh, config my environment variables. Then I have assigned in port where you can like fetch the server. After that, I am calling the connection for the connection of the with MongoDB. Then I am starting an Express app, and we are using cores and all. Core JSON you are encoded for the various features, and we are also importing our routes also. And you can see I have just added one basic route dot slash only just to see if the API is still running or not. This is the route I am using for displaying the API status. If you see over here, okay. So then we can let's get started. This is my load data file. Actually, this is when we are building some this kind of applications now. We need to at the start. you need to add some type of data to this database just to see how it works. So this is my file where I am just adding some random some boilerplate data with my application. So let's go with the next file, and here we can see our routes. So if you see, there are mostly like 3 to 4 routes needed in this application as per the assignment. So here you can see there, this is my route. I'll just zoom it a bit. Yeah, so I think you can see. So in the router we are getting one basic route dot slash, and then we are getting dot like get route, and with get route we are calling get jobs function, get jobs controller, we can say functional controller. And then we are calling for the post for a create job, then we are calling different routes with similar way, like delete, update, and get. So this is how the routes work. And let's get to our controllers. And yeah, so this is my controllers file. Just a second. Yeah. So here you can see all the different controllers, as well as I have imported my model also over here. So you can see my different controllers which I am using to add different functionality. If you see over here, this is the get jobs function. This is just basic function which is like getting all the jobs from our database. Nothing special over here. And as you can see, this is our get job again, and we are just taking by different names and all. So this is our one of our route. Then this is our create job route. Here what we are doing is we are just taking uh, different parameters sent by the front end from the body, and we are just taking them in and then just saving them on the database, just making an entry, so it can save our jobs. And then just to update our update our like job posting, we are requesting a put call, and then we are going to update the job. First, we are taking all the parameters, and then we are going to check whether the parameters are same or not, and then we are going to run the update command. And then this isn't just a delete command. Just we need the like job ID, so we can delete one with the delete one function of MongoDB. So it's just some basic things, and then we are going to export them. And so just for like error handling, I have also added on middleware. So here, like some if there is some kind of code, like some kind of error, so there will be a like we can see an error message just for that. And let's go to our config. And this is another basic file, a boilerplate file. So we can I have done is I have imported mongoose over here. Then I am calling generating the connect db function. It is a totally async function. Async and await works in parallel. Basically, what happens is whenever you are dealing with some other services, just like this MongoDB services, so it's not running locally. So I have to get the data from somewhere else. So uh, it requires some amount of time. So what we can do is as we all know, JavaScript is single threaded. So because of that single thread, we can't wait for the data. So what we it will do is, so our applications will be much more lengthy in time and time consuming. So that's why we use async await architecture. And with this, what we can do basically happens is uh, function runs in asynchronously, and it can wait while this connection is establishing. Once the connection is established, then it gets to connection, and then we are logging out just a success message. Okay, so this is my db file. And are we having anything else? This is just our env file. We have just created like a no development and like just basic functionality. And this is MongoDB URI, so we can connect with the database now. This is our port. I don't think there is anything else. This is just a basic README file. You can go over to my GitHub also to have a look at it. And if you can see, yeah, so this is my basic job portal like setup file. You can go over to my GitHub repo, and then you can like just git clone it, and then you can run this all the functionality with your on your PC also. Just mention this kind of environment variables and do the npm install and then run dev. So then you can start it on your local files, local PC also. So this is the total our backend. Okay, so this is my backend, and let's get started with our front end. So front end is the more interesting kind of part, we can say. Here we have different components, and all the whatever you see over here, like on the like this nav bar, this text, this live button, then we have this dark mode, white mode, then this button, drop down, this is selection, this cards, tables, everything is in. And as well as I just forgot to mention one feature. You can also like what we can say, sort the jobs based on like company, based on role, based on like status as a date applied. So it gives some more usability to like user. Okay, so let's get started with our front end. So this is basically a normal React application. As you must have seen many applications. This is one of them, and this is just from basic read config. We are like initializing React as well as Tailwind CSS over here. And if you can see, this is my Tailwind config. So as I've shown you in the like initial process, initial part, we are having dark mode and white mode. So that's why we are using this class like component. So we can like add the dark mode functionality over the Tailwind components, like different components with Tailwind. And this is just on basic readme file where you can like just like before you can npm install and then run that. So you can have this running locally on your machine also. So that's the thing. Okay, so let's get with our index.html. So how the React works is React doesn't work on the original DOM, or we can select whatever the real DOM is. It works on a virtual DOM. So what happens is what in the root of the ID, if you see there is a div with ID root. What happens is in the root JS, or we can select React creates a virtual DOM. On that virtual DOM, all the events and all the components are being aligned. So we use this file for that. And then just let's go. This is just some basic env file, environment variable, for our database. So we don't have to like again and again write the url. So that just main environment variable for that. And this is my main file. So like this browser router is, or like a React router component. When just like this function, if you see, I'm going to like different routes on different states, like just edit state, or we can say an add job state. If you see, the URL is changing continuously, but the page is not reloading. So so for that functionality, we have used React Router. It gives us basically reload free pages, like singleton page applications. It's a much greater tool for that. Then we are using theme provider. Like these are basically React context APIs. So for having different data, like for some form data, for keyboard data, as well as all the things. And then we have encapsulated our application in that. So let's go with our app.js. So this is our main file for the front end, and as you can see, I have imported much more things right over here, like use ref, routes, and many other things. Like these are the mostly things I've created. These are the things I mostly got from the React or the GSAP. GSAP is an UI library where you can add various animations and various effects to our objects in the other components. You can see, if you see over here, when there is no jobs, see this is loading, and when I delete this kind of animation when it pop up, when it goes on. So all this animation and all, we are having that with GSAP. Okay, so let's continue. So we are just getting the location, use location, just basic React hooks and main ref, and this is the use theme hook for managing the dark mode and white mode state. And then we are like just adding GSAP basic functionality for the whole page. Okay, and so this is our what we are returning. This is our basic div, what we are initially starting with, and then we are importing our nav bar, which you can see over here. This is the nav bar, and then we are having different routes for different various ways. So like to get all the jobs, to add a job, to edit a job, basically these are our three initial routes we are currently having. And in the future we can also add different calendar routes as well as notification routes and all that. So this is the total thing. Okay, so this is our app.js, and app.css is like nothing there. And the index.js, I have just added some basic functions as well as some animations. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so let's start. And you can see in the utils file, these are my utility files. So as you one must have seen, there are various animations in my project. So for the animations, I have created a utility file .animation.js, and I have just like basically created various animations and exporting them. So whenever I need them, I can just import them and use them. So it's like one time solution for that. I don't have to write the code same code multiple times. It's more modularized approach. And this is my API status file just to get the like API status and how it is the my API running or not. So as we all know, the render stops our running. So that's why. And this is my disable transition onload. Mm, so this like it's some prevention method. So when the like page is currently loading and like for like we are adding star classes and all that. So it waits for that and does not make any transitions just for that basic utility file. And then let's go to our context. So form context is like what we can say like a whole when you have to give a context or some kind of state to some variable, and it should be accessible throughout the whole app. So instead of doing some prop drilling, what we can use is use context. So I just created a form context where I'm having different file, functions like use form and all that, and I'm just exporting the various providers also, and I'm having different states also. So you can see over here and what the values I'm passing to the below components. So here you can see that. So these are like basically used for like handling the form as well as continuously working with them and monitoring them. Then this is in keyboard shortcut form. Just for like I have just tried to add some basic keyboard shortcuts for them, some power users if someone wants to use them, so you can use them. So that's just the thing. And this is just for our theme provider. So it just provides like a user who wants a dark theme or white theme. So it just basically that. And then let's go to components. These are our all the applications which is happening. So you can see like I have used multiple hooks powered by React, like state, ref, effect, as well as navigate, theme, many things. So these are mostly provided. Some are provided by React itself, as some are like DOM and various ways. So just like that, we have used many things. And this is my add job component where like we are navigating as well as setting the dark mode and all, like just having the theme and all. And then we are creating a form state where we are basically accepting like various different things, as well as what we are doing is this is just our state. So we are just this is a blank, or we can say this is a blank kind of object, and what we are doing is we are getting the all the data in the return part. If you see on submit and on click on that fixtures, so we are getting that data and we are setting the state, and then once we set the state we are also setting saving that like what you can saving the data to the backend. This you can see you like here to get the jobs and all. So when we send the send the job to here, so it gets saved in the database. So okay, there are a basic form. This is just a basic indicator file which can help us to like see what is the status of our API. And this is my edit job component. In this, what happens is uh, whenever like we first pass the parameter like ID, because ID is very unique in MongoDB, so we can work with that for having edit feature, edit functionality. So we don't edit the other job also. So we use the ID as well as navigate and all the hooks just like before. And here we're also creating a basic state. And then once the basic state is created, what we are doing is we are loading it with like whatever the current data we have in the database. So once we load it with the data, then we show it to user, and the user can change whatever he wants, and then he can submit that data. And once he submitted, we get back the data with our tokens and all with the to the backend. So that's how it works. And this is basically a job card. What this is just and just added some basic colorings to it over here. So I don't have to write similar colors all one like repeatedly. So I have created that, and then we are just using GSAP. We are using like GSAP for basic animations and all. This is just a card ref combo current. So like add the functionality and just add the once it deletes and once it's going out and once it's coming for that animation. And then okay. Okay. Okay, let's start again. Sorry for interruption. This is our basically job card, job card component, and we are just basically having different all the jobs listed over here. Okay, this is our job list. So this is the component where if you uh, see this is a job card. This is whole is a job list. Okay, so the whole component showing all the cards is a job list, and this one is a job card. Okay, and the job table is basically this component. Okay, so and keyboard shortcut just for like all the shortcuts I mentioned earlier for that. And then we have the navbar, the whole component, what this whole is holding it, having multiple buttons and status and all. This is the navbar, and then just a theme toggle. We are using for like dark and white animation, dark theme and white theme animations. So this is that, and this is basically mud, all the basically our application. The assets I have just added one basic image, nothing much. That the default image came from what do you can say? Uh, Let it be. Default image came from the VTech itself. So that is our whole program, I guess. And that is, and as you can see, I also posted it on render and Render and Vercel, so it's totally live. You can visit it, and just try to tell you. Once you visit it, like just wait for a minute and just refresh the page, so the render server can get started. It just takes 1 minute to start. Okay then. So that for a day, and then let's meet on the other part of the interview. Okay. Thank you.